Hello again, it's Fred Cusick from small town Ontario, Canada, and it's now week 2 of the Introduction to Music Production course at Coursera.org. And in this week's assignment, I'm going to prepare to record into my DAW, Garageband, using our project checklist. So the first thing we're going to do is create a new project in Garageband. We can create movies, podcasts, you can do songwriting. It all depends on what type of instrument you want to work with at this time. You can record an acoustic instrument, you can use loops, you can do a vocal, electric guitar, piano, or keyboard collection. I think I'll go with a keyboard collection. So we hit choose. Now this is where we name our song, and I'm just going to keep it simple. Coursera week 2. Want to name it well. And if you notice, my default folder is Garageband within music. This is also where you would set your tempo. Defaults to 120 beats per minute, 4/4 time, key of C, and major. If you want to change any of those, feel free. So then we'd hit create. We have Coursera week 2. So the next thing would be to set our digital audio preferences. When it comes to sample rate in Garageband, it defaults to 41.1, so we can't set it, unfortunately, to the recommended 48,000. So the next step is setting the recording file type. Once again, Garageband, it's not professional enough to allow you to have control over that aspect. I believe the default is just a standard WAV file for real instruments. So then you want to set your hardware settings. Now what I've done here is using Apple loops for drum tracks, and I've used MIDI input from the keyboard, my USB MIDI in, for various piano sounds, keyboard sounds. And the way you want to do that before you start actually recording is set it up in your preferences. The audio MIDI in tab under preferences. Built-in output for the speakers is fine on my Mac. But here's where you want to make sure everything is copacetic. I'm using system setting because I was using USB in, but you have different selections. I could use my microphone for a real instrument. I could use line in for a guitar or an interface, but system settings is fine right now. Turning on my MIDI keyboard, it tells me that I now have one MIDI input available, which is also shown here under MIDI status. Working with keyboards, you can also select the velocity by using this slider. Setting the buffer size. Once again, we go to Garageband Preferences, and this time we go to the Advanced menu. The good setting is audio is recorded and exported at 16-bit quality. If you go to Better, audio is recorded at 24-bit quality and exported at 16-bit, which means a larger file size. Finally, if you go to Best, audio is recorded and exported at 24-bit for the highest fidelity. Thanks again for watching and for your feedback.